Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast. Hey, it is a Wednesday. I'm here. We're gonna go live a little bit for the night, man. Talk about the latest on the Patriots head coaching search. I am on TikTok tonight as well, so make sure y'all check me out there. We're gonna do a little bit of talking tonight about this head coaching search, and we got a lot to talk about, man. Ben Johnson will be he's not gonna be coming in. We're gonna do a virtual interview with Ben Johnson on Friday, and then on tomorrow night, Mike Ray will be coming in sometime tomorrow. He'll be visiting with the Patriots tomorrow. So it's going to be real busy next couple of days. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Who gets the head coaching gig? Who gets the head coaching gig? And does something get figured out by the time the weekend start? It's starting to seem like Mike Vrabel's in the driver's seat for the job. It's starting to feel like it's Mike Vrabel's job to lose. So I mean, I think it is him. I think it'll be a good hire for the Patriots. But I want to get away from the don't want to say the Bill Belichick coaching tree because he didn't really coach up under Belichick. He played up under Belichick, but trying to get away from some of the former Patriots. I do think that Ben Johnson would be a good hire. He'd be something new, something fresh. To be like some fresh blood there, something new. I know some people like to call it he reminds me of similarly of the Miami Dolphins coach Mike McDaniels or what he's gonna be something new, or McVay, Kyle Shanahan, those like that. So I do think that Ben Johnson would be a good hire for us if we was to get him or whatnot. I do believe that. I think this Patriots job is real interesting. It's an interesting job. A lot of people are saying a lot of people are interested in this job. A lot of the top candidates, and that's something we haven't had that in a good while. Right now, so for y'all there, make sure y'all hit that like button on YouTube and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We haven't had this much interest on the team in a while. You talking about when Belichick was here, there was still a lot of interest in the team and whatnot. But this interest that they're getting right now, that's real good. That's good for the team. It's good for the team, and it's good publicity at this team. And you know why? Because of Drake May. You got your quarterback, and that's why the team. It is a lot of people are interested in John. You got your quarterback, and then ownership. Now I know the past couple of years it's been kind of rough. I mean, you just got rid of Mayo, not even a full 72 hours. It had been like 3 or 4 days since you got rid of Gerard Mayo. We all know how it ended with Belichick. Not good, everything that goes into that. But I think it's still a good job. You got your quarterback. You got a top 5 pick. And you got a lot of cap space. You got like 130 something, more than 130 million in cap space. So it's a pretty good job if you want the job. It's a young team for the most part. I do think it's going to be a lot of changeover on the team this year, this next season. Whenever whoever gets a job, whether it's Vrabel, whether it's Ben Johnson, I think it's going to be a lot of changeover on this team. A lot of the players that are there right now, I don't think they're going to be there with whoever gets this job. I think it's impossible. I mean, you look at some of the guys like Jelani Tavai. I think we brought in Sione Takitaki, Devon Gottstall. I think Dietrich Wiles is a free agent. Jonathan Jones. A lot of these guys, they will not be on this team. They won't be on the next great Patriots team. So I would like for them. Me personally, I kind of want Ben Johnson. I'd be happy with Vrabel, but I want Ben Johnson. Something new, something we haven't really seen before. You've seen the good job that he's done in Detroit. He has done a really good job with the Detroit Lions. I mean, you look at that team, look at where they were a few years ago, look at them now. Like a couple of years ago, I remember they took the Packers out of the playoffs. The Packers could have made the playoffs this year, but they did not make it all because of the Detroit Lions. That fight they showed. I mean, Dan Campbell, he's more of a CEO head coach, and he did a pretty pretty good job with that Detroit Lions team. I think Ben Johnson, you look at that offense now, and saying that they do have a lot of weapons. They got St. Brown, Jamison Williams came out of nowhere these past couple years. He's been balling this year. They drafted well. A lot of people don't look at. They have drafted really well the past couple of years. They got Jameer Gibbs. Montgomery's hurt right now, but he'll be back. Laporta. Look at the defense. Brian Branch, Terry Arnold, Aiden Hutchinson. I go on and on. They've had some pretty good drafts. Penny Sewell. They've had some pretty good drafts or whatnot, man. And so that's why this Detroit Lions team is where they are right now. Thanks to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's done a good job with this team or whatnot, with this offense mainly. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. Now, we know what Mike Vrabel is. The floor of Mike Vrabel, I think at worst he can get you halfway through. You get your 8-9 wins with Vrabel. But do we want it? Because we're at the bottom right now. I'm sure you will take 8-9 wins right now. But if you want to aim, if you want to swing or whatnot, you want to swing for the ceiling. You want to get the best that you could get. Well, I think Ben Johnson. Now, another first-year coach, rookie head coach, young stuff. I understand all that. But I think with him, his ceiling is very high. And if you looking at, like I said, he's the offensive coordinator. So at worst, your offense is going to be pretty good. We have not seen Ben Johnson, the head coach, yet. We've seen Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator. We have not seen Ben Johnson, the head coach, yet. I always say this, some coordinators are great coordinators and some head coaches are good head coaches. Some coordinators are not good head coaches. Some head coaches ain't good coordinators. That's just how the game goes and whatnot. I do think Ben Johnson, it's a risk, and it's a risk in everything you do. It's a risk in bringing in Ben Johnson. It is a major risk in bringing him in. But I think the upside is high. Young, smart, man. And like I said, he has had a lot of talent in Detroit. There's not that much talent in New England on this Patriots team. There's not that much talent there. So it's going to be interesting to see how does he do with what New England got, with what the Patriots got. That's part of being a head coach. You have to make your own team. Nothing's going to be given to you on a silver plate. That's kind of part of being a head coach. He got to figure out what he wants this Patriots team to be, what he wants to coach her. Is he a culture setter? Is he a leader? You know what I mean? I've heard some things like that. Is he a culture setter? Is he a leader? Or is he just an offensive guy? Do you want to like the Miami Dolphins? Who got a great offensive mind? I love Mike. He's one of my favorite coaches. Well, coordinators, you say. But do you want like the Miami Dolphins? They put up all these points every week. They look real good. They win some games, but they don't win the big time games. Or do you want to look like the Detroit Lions with Dan Campbell, talent roster, but they win? Sean McVay, they can win some games and whatnot. I'm trying to think of another good. The 49ers, they've been to a couple Super Bowls with McCall Shanahan, but I think Miami, the floor of Ben Johnson would be what the Miami Dolphins are. Now, I'll take that floor because what we've had the past couple years, it hasn't been good. I'll take what the Dolphins have been the past couple years. We ain't been nowhere near that. And that's a team that we struggle with. But just on what Ben Johnson brings. He brings more creativity to the offense. Also, he played at UNC. I believe he coached at UNC. And Drake Mays from UNC. Both of them from Carolina. I think it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. Young, and then most importantly, if you bring in a Ben Johnson, you don't have to worry about nailing the offensive coordinator position. You don't have to worry about stressing about losing your offensive coordinator after a year if Drake May plays good because your offensive coordinator is basically going to be Ben Johnson. He's going to call the offense. He's going to call the offense. Make sure y'all hit that like. I'm on TikTok right now too, and I'm on YouTube. TikTok fam, make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all can send a reward if you want to, and come on over to the YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Subscribe. Ken's Pat Start YouTube. You see it right up there. It's also in my bio as well. But yeah. So I think like Ben Johnson, I think he would bring a lot of creativity to the team. A lot. It's something new, man. It's fresh. It's something new, and I think that's what we need as a team, as a franchise. Now, it's interesting. Mike Vrabel is meeting Thursday. And, these meetings probably can be all day. They probably go out to eat, lunch or whatever, get on the whiteboard, the chalkboard or whatever. Like, these meetings are just not a 1, 2, 3 thing, then you're hired. These meetings can take all day. So who knows how long he's going to be at the facility tomorrow. Ben Johnson, he can't meet in person. So he's going to be meeting, I think, via Zoom or whatever, however they do it. It's going to be Friday morning, probably sometime Friday. They're going to meet with Ben Johnson for a couple hours or whatnot. It's going to be Vrabel. If a deal gets done, we'll know probably Friday morning, but I don't think they would do it like that. I think they would hold off and wait. I think you want it. I hope they just don't interview and visit with Vrabel, and then go ahead and just give the job to Mike Vrabel. I think they should go through a thorough process. And I think, speaking of interview, they did reach out to Aaron Glenn today. They're trying to get Aaron Glenn on in the facility to meet with him. They can't keep in mind they can't do that with none of Detroit line quarterbacks because they're coaching. They're still in the playoffs, so they got to wait till after the division round. So let's just say they meet with Ben Johnson Friday or whatnot. They like it. I just say, hey, we want to bring you in for in-person interview. They can't do that until after the division round. So now you're talking about 2 weeks from now when they can actually bring Ben Johnson in. They'll still be talking, but they won't be able to bring him in until about 2 weeks from now. Because Detroit Lions on a bye this week. They got the number 1 seed. Whoever they play next week, Minnesota or the Rams, they play that game, and then that next week after the division round, they can bring them in at some point, probably during the beginning of the week. I'm assuming it won't be during while they're playing or whatnot, because I'm sure they probably don't want to mess up the flow of things and show respect to the Detroit Lions. So let's just say the Detroit Lions continue to win. They win the divisional round, they win the championship round. They get to Super Bowl. They're gonna have the bye week. They get to the Super Bowl. You're looking at probably a month before you be able to hire Ben Johnson to your team. You're looking at a month. You actually think Mike Vrabel's gonna wait around that long? Somebody's gonna miss out on an opportunity. Either you can miss out on one of these guys, or they're gonna miss out on the job. I don't think Vrabel's not gonna wait around a month to see what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So you better be daggone sure that you got Ben Johnson before while you waiting on him and whatnot. Look at the other look at the other potential candidates for potential places he can go to. Look at the other potential places he can go to. You got the Raiders. They've already reached out to him. I don't know about the Saints. I think I've heard the Jaguars, the Bears. Bears got a good roster. Jacksonville got a talented offensive roster. The Raiders don't really got much. They got Brock Bears at tight end. They do got Tom Brady though. He's not the owner, but he has a small ownership. He has a small stake in ownership. He's part owner there. So he's going to be able to talk to some of these guys. You think Vrabel going to turn y'all down to go to the Raiders and coach for Brady or whatnot? Possible. The only threat I see that's going to be for Vrabel to the Patriots going to be the Raiders. He's probably the only threat to the Patriots right now. It's probably Vrabel. Vrabel is not Vrabel, but the Raiders. The Raiders are the only threat to the Patriots right now that I can see. The Raiders. That's it. I don't see him going to Jacksonville, the Saints. I can see the Bears too. They got a good roster. I think he met with the Bears today. He met with Chicago today. I can see Chicago. Good roster. Got your quarterback. Young defense. Got some pieces there. So I would say the Bears and the Raiders. But I don't know how Vrabel is close with the Pats, brass, the ownership and all that, the Crafts. He's very close there. So that one's going to be real interesting. That's going to be interesting. But I think my guts tell me Vrabel's going to get the job. And I think Schefter came on a radio station today. He said that Vrabel is the leader in the clubhouse right now for the job. Ben Johnson still has to meet. It would not surprise me if they mess around and hire, like Vrabel meets all day tomorrow, and then they announce something like, hey, we've hired Mike Vrabel Friday. I hope they don't do that, but it would not surprise me if that's what happened. I don't think it's the right thing to do, but it definitely would not surprise me if that's what happened. If Mike Vrabel is hired, they're already talking contract by tomorrow night going into Friday. I think realistically, now check this out. Let's just say they meet with Vrabel tomorrow, meet with Ben Johnson on Friday or whatnot. We don't hear anything. I think that's good news for Ben Johnson, because that means that Ben Johnson must have wowed them away in the interview process. He had to. Now the thing is, does Vrabel wait, or do you risk losing Vrabel by trying to meet up with Ben Johnson in person in a couple weeks after the divisional round? That's when the wait. I think if we don't hear nothing by the weekend, I think it votes good for Ben Johnson, because you can't hire Ben Johnson now. You're only going to be able to hire him when he gets eliminated for the playoffs. And I'm thinking Detroit going to keep winning. Detroit probably go to the Super Bowl. The Lions probably go to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be a while before you even be able to even meet up with Ben Johnson, or probably even offer him the job. I'm sure they could probably come to an agreement verbally or whatnot. But he probably, if they still talk, he probably be able to come in like after the divisional round. But you won't be able to officially hire Ben Johnson until after the Super Bowl, assuming Detroit continues to win, which I think they're going to. I think Detroit's probably going to get to the Super Bowl. So you're looking at the Super Bowl is February the 9th, I believe. It's like, I think the day is the 9th. You're looking at a month. So you better be for sure that he's your guy. You better be for sure that, you got that nailed in with it. Got your I's dotted, T's crossed. Because if not, you're in trouble. You're talking about a month from now. If it's Ben Johnson, it can be a month before he is hired, he's hired to your team. These guys, they gotta get coordinated. They gotta get their boards ready for the combine, the draft, free agent stuff like that. If Vrabel gets hired by the end of the week, Vrabel's already ready to come on. I mean, Vrabel can start putting the staff together the weekend, next week, get ready for the combine and things like that. You have a leg up with Vrabel. But if like I said, if it's Ben Johnson and Vrabel goes elsewhere, and you want to meet up with Ben Johnson and you offer him the job, assuming Detroit continues to win games and whatnot during the playoff process or whatnot, then you're looking at a month before he's hired. You're looking at about a month. So you're looking at talking about this like first week of February before you have a head coach. So you better be sure that Ben Johnson's your guy. You better be sure that he's all in. Because I think the worst thing that can happen is if you wait it out and then last year I heard that he almost took the Washington Commander job. I guess he didn't like how things sounded or like how things went or whatnot. Now, I ain't saying that Washington looks good right now. They're a playoff team. But I'm guessing after he took the job there, he didn't take the job. All reports were saying, "Oh, Ben Johnson is going to Washington." You remember that last year around this time? All reports were Ben Johnson was going to Washington. But then the next round he came back to Detroit. Now this cycle round, that's why he's looking at a job this cycle. I think he'll get one. Jamar, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, bro? Hey, y'all make sure you got that like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. I'm on TikTok. Come on, swing over to the TikTok and subscribe. Follow my on TikTok page or whatnot. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, subscribe to that. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it, man. And hey, if you're on TikTok, come on over to the YouTube. I'm trying to send a lot of y'all to my YouTube. Come to my YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Jamari, who you want, man? Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel? I think he was on last night. I believe you said Ben Johnson last night. But my thing is with Ben Johnson, you can't. You're not gonna be able to hire him until Detroit gets eliminated. And I think Detroit's going to continue to win. So could that be a benefit or detriment to the process with Ben Johnson? Does Vrabel? Because I'm sure Vrabel wants to go ahead and get his name out there. He want to go ahead and get a job quick. Do you wait on Vrabel? Did you wait on Ben Johnson? Do you think Vrabel still be out there? How long is Vrabel willing to wait? So this is why I say it gets interesting. Yes, sir. Same name. Ken's Pat Stock. Same name. So it's really about to get interesting, man. It's really about to get interesting. Do you wait? It's going to be a waiting game. I just hope they don't rush it. Go ahead and hire Vrabel because you know how to credit. They like to move quick. We move pretty quickly. We fired Mayo right after the game before he got I'm talking about a couple minutes after he got done with his post game presser. We fired Gerard Mayo. So they're telling me right there, they're trying to move quickly. They already hired two minority coaches. They already interviewed two minority coaches. I don't know if y'all saw the post today. So they're moving pretty quick with this daggone thing. So it's possible, we can have a head coach by the end of the weekend. I want Ben Johnson, but we can't wait too long for him to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jamar. We cannot wait too long for Ben. If we're waiting, we better be for sure that he's the guy. We better be for sure, but be sure, damn sure that he's all in on us, that he's not going to spun us. We better be sure now. If we wait too long, Vrabel might be taken. Yeah, but my thing is, if you feel like, and I seen this on the podcast earlier, if you feel like you got the best job, you feel like you got Vrabel, no matter how long you wait out, you might be willing to wait. Because Schefter said today he don't think it's going to be that quick. But you might be willing to wait if you feel like, hey, Vrabel ain't got no other choice. You feel like you got Vrabel in the palm of your hand. You might be willing to wait for Ben Johnson. I do want them to talk to Ben Johnson. I want them to talk to him. I want them to talk to Ben, man. I really do. I think with Ben Johnson, I feel like the upside, just watching that Detroit Lions offense, it looks so good, man. Just looking at Detroit Lions, that offense looks very good. Looks real good, man. Did you find the TikTok, Jamari? It should have came. I just made it a good couple weeks ago. Should be about the same. I'm sure you found it. But yes, how long you gonna wait though? Because the Detroit probably gonna keep playing. It's looking like the Rounds and Minnesota playing. So I think they get the winner of the Rounds and the Vikings. Probably let's just say the Vikings win that game. Minnesota goes back to Detroit. And then I think Detroit, they got home field advantage. The number one seed. They're probably gonna be favored throughout the playoffs. The Detroit Lions will be favored. You're not gonna have a new head coach till about a month from now. If they keep winning, they get to the Super Bowl. You're not gonna have a head. It's gonna be a while before you have a head coach. It's gonna be a good while. So I mean, you better be all in, and you better be sure on Ben Johnson. You bet to be sure, man, because you're playing a dangerous game. You're risk. You're. I'm telling you, risking. You're risking a lot. I heard Brian Flores today. I think he said. I think it was today or yesterday that he'd be interested in interviewing with the Pats. So that would be interesting. If we get Ben Johnson, I know for a fact Drake May would pan out well. Were you able to find a TikTok? Yeah, I think Drake May gonna do good. I mean, like I said, if you're that dude at quarterback, it shouldn't matter who your offensive coordinator is now. You should be able to adjust, but I know you want to be comfortable with somebody. They both went to Carolina. Ben Johnson is young. He's a young. He think he's like 38, 39 years old. So I think he should be able to adjust and just, do. He should be able to. He's been adjust and do away with. I'm not too worried about that, but you do want to give him somebody that's he kind of familiar with or a scheme, something that fits him the best too. So man, it's getting interesting. It's getting very interesting right now, man. I can't wait. I'm ready for it to be over with already. I mean, well, I ain't gonna say I'm ready for it to be over. I'm like, I like this process because I like the fact that I'm hoping they go through a thorough process. That's what I'm hoping. They're going through a thorough process. That's what I'm wanting. So a bunch of y'all on TikTok, man, y'all hit that like button. Pete Carroll to the Bears, I see. Oh, might be possible, possible. He's an older coach, but yes, possible. It's definitely possible. I think appreciate it, bro. I think Ben. I just think like we can really create something new with Ben Johnson. It could be a start of something special. Now, like I said, I don't know how he's going to be as a head coach. I like his offense though. I like what I see his offense from Detroit. But I mean, who knows how he's going to be as a head coach? I think they put in a request for what's the defensive coordinator for Detroit? I can't think of his daggone name. The defensive coordinator for Detroit. Somebody put that in the comment box. It'll come to me in a minute. But they put in a request for him. They're gonna interview him. I would like to see them interview maybe Flores or the guy from Tampa Bay. I think his name Lynn Cohen. I wouldn't mind them interviewing him. Somebody put in the comment. What is the Detroit Lions defensive coordinator? Who is their coordinator? I cannot. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of his name right now. They put in a request for him today, though. It'll come to me and say, one of y'all, somebody put in there. But yeah, man, you risk losing Ben Johnson. I mean, well, you risk losing Vrabel. You risk losing Vrabel by this thing wait. Cause I mean, I don't think Vrabel's gonna wait 3 weeks to Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn. That's it. I cannot always butcher that name, man. Aaron Glenn. He was. Let's say he played for the Patriots or he played up on the Belichick or something like that. I don't know if he played. I don't know, but he has some connection to Belichick though, or the Patriots or something. I think I seen that. Appreciate that, Lou. Yeah, Aaron Glenn. So we interviewed him, another minority coach or whatnot. They interviewed two, Pep Hamilton and Byron Leftwich yesterday. So this with them interviewing Aaron Glenn tells you right now that they're not just trying to rush through the product. They want to do a thorough search, and I applaud them for that. That's good because last year when they hired Mayo, I felt like it was rushed. It was a rush process or whatnot. They got Belichick out, and even though it was a year, they hired Mayo, and it was built into his contract. It was a year too early. The fact that they just shoot him into the job, that was crazy. And we seen what happened. TikTok sound. It's probably because I got it right over here. Possible. Ain't no telling. Give me 1 minute. I'm working on getting some things straight. He played for Belichick in the '90s. So I'm assuming with the Giants, correct? Giants or whoever Belichick. Yeah. Okay. Aaron Glenn, he did play. That's the connection. Your mic on TikTok sounds iffy. Let me see. 1 second. 1 second. I don't know. I work on that probably next time we do go live. I'm working on some things technically, so that's probably why. Let me see. They did that to check our Rooney Rule if they sign in coach this weekend. True. Yeah. I actually can see Pep Hamilton or Leftwich here as a head coach. I could see them with the Patriots as not a head coach, but a probably offensive coordinator or quarterback coach. I can see that. I actually like how Byron Leftwich did with Tampa Bay a couple years ago when Brady was. I actually like that. I think he did pretty good. I think he did pretty good. So that's gonna be interesting, man. I think we're gonna have a head coach by the end of the weekend. I think they want to wait it out for a little bit. I don't think it'll be tomorrow night or Friday. I don't think that. I could be wrong, but Schefter said it's going to be a while. He said he don't think it's going to be quick. Now, his quick can mean just not the next day quick. Maybe by the end of the weekend. I mean, who are we? We don't know. Maybe by the end of the weekend, got a new head coach. But I think it's going to happen by the end of the week. So these guys, they can move it. Because, after you get your head coach, you got to get your front office straight, figure out the general manager, VP of vice president personnel. Then you got to get your coordinator, offense coordinator, defense coordinator, quarterbacks coach. You got to get all that stuff right. So they got to get the ball rolling with his coaching staff. They got to get it going quick. Got to get it going pretty quick, man. So I think by the end of the week, by the end of the weekend, I think having a new head coach, presumably probably gonna be Mike Vrabel. That's reports right now, but I just think I want what's best for Drake May. What's best for your quarterback? And we're talking about building an offense around Drake May. We need to build this defense around Christian Gonzalez. I don't want us going to play a lot of soft zone and stuff. I want to if it's gonna be Vrabel, I'd rather them play a lot more man coverage, a lot more tight man. Too many times this past season, I've seen the cornerbacks like 5-10 yards back where they play some soft zone. If you don't just it doesn't just matter about the offense, it matters about the defense too. You got to start on offense and you got to start on defense. And what about building that defense around Chris Gonzalez? Get some pass rushers, some speed at linebacker. Give him another corner opposite him and whatnot. So don't just think about the offense, think about the defense as well. So that's one of my big things. So I've been hearing a lot. What we got to do is best for Drake. Well, let's do what's best for the defense too. I think we should play a lot more tight man coverage on defense. That'd be great. So I think we have to do that. On offense, build around Drake May. Fix the offensive line. Get some explosive wide receivers. I do think in year 2, Jalen Poe could be better. I think we'll see a lot more Javon Baker in year 2. This will be year 3 for Kayshon Boutte. Technically, it's probably year 2 for Kayshon Boutte because his first year he didn't really play much because he's in the doghouse. So this right here basically on Kayshon Boutte's sophomore year. Let's see what Pop does. And we will get into all the personnel later on in the offseason, things like that. I'm just saying some things I'm going to be looking for this team to improve on. Building around your stars. Hopefully, Christian Barmore can come back and he's healthy. Just moving on to the draft a little bit before I get off for the night. Man, I did some work, and I've been watching highlights and film, not just highlights, not just a splash in the best plays, but I've been watching some of the film. Man, it's looking like Tennessee they just fired their general manager. They're going to go quarterback, presumably Cam Ward. It's early. We got 3 months to the draft. Cam Ward probably going to be a Tennessee Titan. The Browns probably go Shador, I'm assuming. Let's see what happens tomorrow night with Penn State, Notre Dame, whenever they play. I heard Drew Allen might come out. So you got quarterbacks going 1-2. Giants sitting there at 3. Do the Giants go Travis Hunter, Mason Graham, alignment? Do they trade back? But I'm gonna tell you something. That kid, Abdul Carter from Penn State, the Nittany Lions, he is a player. I mean, he leaps off your screen. Would you trade the Atlanta 3rd round pick and our pick to Cleveland to get who we know we need at number 3 pick? Oh, good question. That's a good one. Would I trade the Atlanta 3rd round pick and our pick? Man, they love Travis Hunter. If they love him, do it. Not just if you like him, but if you really need this player, and then I would do it. I would do it. But man, that's a lot because we only got 9 picks. So that's you talking about 2 picks you're giving away to get your guy. Then you look at like just 8 more picks, 7 or 8 more picks. It depends. Let's have this conversation after free agency. See what we feel in free agency. But that's a great question, B. Good question. But Abdul, if we sit tight at 4, Abdul Carter gonna be on our lap. Carter is a player, bro. I've watched some film on Carter, and this we ain't talking about another Josh Uche. No, Carter, he can play the run. He's much more better in the pass. He can play in space too. I've seen him stand up as a linebacker. I've seen him rush off the edge. But Abdul Carter from Penn State, oh my, I think he will make everybody in that defense better. He's gonna make Chris Gonzalez better, Keon White better. Keon White he was having a pretty good season early in the season. He had a couple games back-to-back sack, but then he tailed off a little bit because teams started to catch on to what he was doing. They caught on to how he played and whatnot. He needs to get better against the run, but they started to double Keon White. Then when Christian Barmer came back, we thought that Barmer was going to help out, but Barmer wasn't himself yet. He was coming back from the health issue. So that didn't really do much. See, Keon White's not a player right now. It's going to be able to beat double teams. You put an Abdul Carter opposite him, you get Barmore back healthy, maybe you add another defensive player in the draft or in free agency, man, you have a formidable front. I think Abdul Carter can be a 10-sack guy a season. I think he's that talented. I think he could be a 10-sack guy a season. I would not be mad. I really want Hunter, but I wouldn't be mad with Hunter or Abdul Carter. Best player on the board. You're going to get one of them. But Abdul Carter is a baller, man. He's a player. Like I say, it's not another Josh Uche that just plays the pass or whatnot. He's explosive. He has a bunch of moves. I see him rush from the left side, right side, up the mid. Just think of Michael Parsons. He's a Michael Parsons clone. Same number. They actually look alike. They're like the same size too. So same number, look alike, same size. Like crazy. He looks just like he looks like Michael Parsons. Go watch Chandler Martin, linebacker out of Memphis. Does it all. You can get him in the third, 17th, 34 dollars. Please go watch him. He rushed the pass and covers. I got to go watch. So I'm about to write that down. You said Chandler Martin. I'm about to write that down, buddy. Give me 1 second. Most definitely got to write that down. I'm doing a lot of draft content, a lot of draft work right now. Chandler draft. Got it. I will. And next time I have a show, we'll talk about it. I'm definitely gonna check it. What's a good comp for him, B? Give me a good comp for Chandler. I'm gonna see what I can find on him too. Chandler Martin from, you say he's out of Memphis. Give me a good comp. Yeah, it's a lot of talent linebacker. Yeah, this draft is good at linebacker, pass rusher. I think running back. I think they said. I heard it's a good corner class too. I think this draft is better on defense. It's more of a defensive draft. You got a couple top offensive linemen, but hell, they saying some Campbell and Banks could be guards at this level. And please don't draft a daggone guard and at the top 5 pick. We don't need no more guards. Chandler Moore, hey, he's on my radar. I'm gonna check him out. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all on TikTok, come on up to the YouTube. It's in my bio. Hit the subscribe button. I'll leave a comment on TikTok as well. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Now. On YouTube, hit the like button. Hit me, give me that thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel and turn your notifications on. I go live every night. B from Ohio, Fred Warner. Okay. And he can rush the passer as well. Okay. I'm gonna check him out. Chandler Martin. Most definitely got to check him out. But I think Abdul Carter, bro, I think he's a baller. I mean, oh man, if you're gonna tell me right now he's gonna be the next Michael Parsons for you, he's gonna be Michael Parsons or anything close to it, man, I'll take the Carter right now. Because I think watching that Charger game, and I'm sure y'all seen it if y'all watching, there was no pressure on Justin Herbert the whole game. No, there was no pressure on Justin Herbert. I don't even think they probably knocked to the ground maybe once, maybe twice, barely. But even then, he had freaking 10 to 15 seconds in the pocket. You get a pass rusher. It helps out your secondary. Front end and the back end works together. I always remember the front end and the back end works together. You get a pass rusher, man, you can do a lot. Man, I'm telling you can do a whole lot. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens during the draft, man. Got some college football game. We got after tonight, we have 6 straight days of football. You got Penn State, Notre Dame. You got Ohio State and Texas, I think Friday night, or Penn State Notre Dame is tomorrow night in Texas, and Ohio State Friday night. NFL playoffs all day Saturday. NFL playoffs Sunday. We're all weekend. On Monday, I know they talking about moving that Vikings and Rams games. You got a game on Monday. We got 6 straight days of football, man. After the night, I'm watching NBA tonight, but 6 straight days of football after tonight. So it's gonna be crazy, man. I do got a feeling we're gonna get some breaking news of the weekend, and y'all best believe if some news does come in, whether it's another firing or a hiring or something, you know I'm gonna go live. Best believe I'll be live. So make sure y'all turn the notifications on, man. As soon as it drop, I will be live in case I'm not around in the moment. But I will be going live as soon as something drop. But it's the off season. I'm gonna try to start going live every night, at least about 3 or 4 nights during the week. Y'all will know because I'll let y'all know what I'm gonna try to start going live by every night during the week. Would have been the off season. I do know my schedule changed during the season. So hey, just make sure I got notifications on. Turn your notifications on, man. Right now, if you ain't doing that, turn notifications on that way you know when I'm live. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Man, we got a busy off season ahead of us. Pats Nation, we're gonna do a lot of content. Y'all gonna be here with me. I'm got a lot of things I'm setting up. I'm about to get up and get a phone line set up in here too, so y'all can start to call in, voice your opinions. We're gonna do some draft talk, mock drafts, all that, man. I got some special guests coming on. I got a lot of stuff planned for y'all this year, 2025, man. We're gonna take over this year, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying to be the best content page out here, whatnot. So I'm just trying to bring a better view than what other people doing. Just want to be different than them. Man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great this offseason, man. Got some things cooking up. B, what's going on? Let's see. B, we need defensive tackle, safety, running back 2, wide receivers. Yeah, we need a lot. D tackle, safety, RB2, running back 2, wide receiver. Yeah, we need a lot. But hey, that's the thing. You're a rebuilding team. You're gonna need a lot. Anytime you but at least we got the most important position field. That's all that matters. We got the most important position field. That's all that really matters. You got a quarterback, you can do some things in this league. You got that quarterback. You got the most important position field, so that's good. That's the good thing. Can always be worse. Always remember they can always be worse. As long as you got your quarterback, you're doing something. You're doing something now. So we're gonna see, man. What's y'all gut feeling before I get off? Last question. What's y'all gut feeling? Drop in the comment box. Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, who will it be, and when do y'all think it will be? Last question. Drop in the comment box. What's y'all gut feeling on who it's going to be and when we will know? My gut feeling is Mike Vrabel. I think by the end of the weekend, I want Ben Johnson, but my gut feeling I will go. And I'll be happy with Mike Vrabel. Don't get me wrong. Gut feeling is going to be Mike Vrabel. Drop in the comment box. Who y'all think it's going to be and how soon you think we'll know? Drop in the comment box. On TikTok, hope y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all, if y'all want to send a gift, you can do that. If you want to send a gift, you can do that. Appreciate it. Let's definitely appreciate that. No, you can't. No, you can get it. If you're in the right time, use much. Drop in the comment. Okay, let me see. Vrabel by next Wednesday. Hey, I like that, B. I think by Monday. I think Monday. Probably Sunday night. Jamari Vrabel. Lou says Vrabel. Jamari late this month. I don't know really. Yeah. Hey, don't tell me. But hey, as y'all can know, these things are fluid, man. They're very fluid. Like I remember last year, everybody thought, oh, Ben Johnson's going to watch. Then out of nowhere, he pulled out of it. And then they went and got Dan Quinn. So these things, we've seen crazy. Y'all remember Belichick? He was up there doing a press conference with the Jets, and then he pulled out. He went come to the Patriots or whatnot. These things can be crazy, man. Josh McDaniels. Everybody thought McDaniels was going to the coach. Y'all remember that years ago? And he came back to the Patriots. So like, never don't put all your eggs in just one thing, man. We do not know, man. It's a crazy league, man. I got a few of my sources and whatnot. I will have a special guest on in a couple weeks. Y'all, a lot of y'all, if y'all Patriots fan, y'all should know him for the most part. He's been on in the past. We'll have a special guest coming on here pretty soon, next couple weeks. I'm gonna have a lot of special guests this whole offseason. A lot of special guests this offseason, man. But yeah, man, we're getting it's crunch time, man. Think we'll find out something. I think by Sunday night going into Monday. I hope it's not quick, man. Cause I don't think it's a good look if they do it quick. I mean, they hired somebody that quick. I was like, oh wow. You know what I mean? That's not a good look, I don't think. So it's coming, man, real quick. We have a new head coach soon. Have a new head coach soon. But that's gonna be it for me tonight, man. Hey, I appreciate all y'all joining me. Comment section was lit tonight, going crazy. Let's do this again, man. I'll probably go live again tomorrow night as well before the game. We can do some cards picks tomorrow night. Matter of fact, I will go live tomorrow night before the game. Check me out tomorrow about right before the game start. I'm gonna go live for a little bit, talk a little bit of latest Patriots updates and some college football, get y'all predictions or whatnot. Hey, hit the like button, follow me on all social medias, Instagram down at the bottom, Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, give me a like button. Come on over to TikTok. I have been posting a lot of content up there lately. I'm trying to get all this stuff connect. I'm new to my TikTok, so I already got my followers and things. So I've been going live up there, but I start putting some content up there. Make sure y'all check me out, man, and keep your notifications on. And hey, stay on alert, man, because I'm sure any minute, man, that breaking news is gonna break, man. We'll be having a new coach, like I said. We'll be going live. See y'all tomorrow night. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.